There comes a time in every photographer's career where we feel the need to update our camera. Not that anything's wrong with our current camera, it's just we're just so comfortable with our craft that we want to upgrade the quality. And coincidentally enough, when I had this thought, I got a phone call from my mom basically saying that Christmas is around the corner and that did I want a new camera because she would give me one. Me having one of those parents that quickly changed their mind, I hurried up and said yes and sent over a camera immediately. Like within 20 to 30 minutes, I sent her a camera without doing research. So I did send her the Sony A7II. After getting the camera, I did my research, and the main things that I heard about the camera was that the image stabilization was decent and that the autofocus was trash. So autofocus is very important to me, especially for the type of photography I do. I do all around. I'm a street photographer, portrait photographer, lifestyle photographer, street photographer. I feel like I said that. And I just do all around. I do everything. So I kind of need autofocus, especially if I do sports. So I do need autofocus. So instead of listening to everyone else, I went ahead and just switched out my main camera for this camera for a few weeks just to see what would happen. Now, immediately after getting my hands on this camera, I call up my cousin and say, hey, let's shoot some content. So all the B-roll that you finna see comes from the Sony A7II. The image stabilization was on, but I was using my hand. I was not using a gimbal. And these were the results.
My G going crazy.
So from time to time, I work with these musicians. I shoot a lot of B-roll and take some pictures, behind the scenes photos while they're in the studio or doing whatever. And I decided to sit in on a couple of recording sessions to get some video out of this camera and also to get some low light photos just for an idea or just to see what I would be getting into if I did switch this camera as my main camera.
You can't put this shit on TikTok, roll the dice and watch a Rick Rock.
Young as hell, slapping shells in that Smith like Chris Rock. Niggas died with they Glock. Seen so many homicides, I can't wait until it stop. Like you gotta keep it on you. Niggas dying cause they home. Thought I was a grown man, a baby boy like I'm Joe. You gotta keep your chrome on you. Niggas dying by they loan. Pray to God that I'm holy. In the church, don't take a hold on me. Knowing they gon' know my songs, feeling like they Jodeci. Angels on my shoulders like go get it, boy, they coaching me. You know this shit get deep. Lace up your shoes, put on your cleats. Till we rich, I ain't stopping shit. I'm hustling in my sleep.
Things of life, I'm at the tip top. Walking down the street, my theme music be that golden bomb is just got. I did this shit off hip hop. 1 degree plus 5 of separation between me and everything that I was meant for. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Maybe I need to talk to God. Maybe I need a little head.
After the studio session, I was really curious about nighttime. I heard that the image stabilization was decent enough to take nighttime photos without a tripod. So me being the daredevil or rebel that I am, not for real, but I decided to go outside and just take some night photos. after being pleased with the night photos, I decided to wake up the next morning and to take some street photos. I just went to the levee and just shot some photos from the bridge, just to kind of get a feel of the camera on if I were to use this as an actual street photography camera, like would I be able to? So I took these. After taking those photos, I decided to pack up my camera with me to go on a cabin trip and just take just some random photos and videos of just everything around me, just to solidify if I really, really enjoyed this camera. And it was interesting. My overall review on this camera is I like the camera. It fits well in my hand. It is very big. I do love it for portraits. Like if you're taking a portrait of somebody, get this camera. If you're like a wedding photographer, graduation photographer, you're a photographer who primarily takes pictures of people, even lifestyle, I would say get this camera, primarily because when you do like photo shoots with people, you have more than one takes. You have a little, like you have longer time than if you were to do street photos. We have this take it and go, where autofocus is not that major. Like it's major, but it's not that major. So like with the Sony A7II, you have to continuously like play with the focus until you get where you want to go. It's not going to work 100% of the time. It'll work a little bit, but it's not going to work 100% of the time. That's why I say stick to portraits with this camera. Stick to the simple things with this camera, product photos with this camera, because it doesn't require as much autofocus. Autofocus is very much lagging in this department, and I do not like the image stabilization, primarily because I was using it with my hands, and I was not like using a gimbal or a tripod or anything, but I'll probably make another video explaining that. But if you do want to get this camera, I do say that it is worth it. The Sony A7 III is like $2,000. Like, be for real. Like, let's be for real. It's $2,000, and not every consumer out there has $2,000 to spend on a camera. And this camera that I currently got was on sale around Christmas time for maybe about $800, $900. So I say that, yeah, this camera, you can go with it, especially if you're just starting photography. If you want the best of the best, I say save your money and just get the Sony A7 III, because you will really not, like, the autofocus will upset you so bad. So I that's my suggestion to anybody. Like if you're a starter, you're a beginner, or you just want a camera for whatever reason, like go ahead, get it if you have the $800 just to blow like that. But like I said, I will primarily just be using this camera for like portraits and certain things like that. I'm probably not going to do too much street photography with it. I may do a street photography video just to solidify if I like the camera or not. But other than that, I'm probably just going to be mainly using it for portraits. So that's all I really have to say about this video. If you like the video, thumbs it up. If you don't, thumbs it down, and subscribe to my channel if you want more content. And I'm out. Peace.